Hi, Thumos guys. Welcome back. Hope you had a great Christmas. Hope you had a good time with your families, eating a bunch of good food, bulking up a little bit, getting ready for the new year. Yeah, baby, we're going in. Big things ahead. So I stayed at my girlfriend's parents' house for Christmas, and I went to sleep in a separate bedroom, of course. I would never sleep with her in the same room at her parents'. Went to a separate bedroom, fell asleep. I'm in the deepest sleep, dude. Imagine that when you're in a deep sleep, you're at the bottom of a lake or like a well. You're just in that peaceful serenity. And in the middle of the night, 2, 3 a.m., this security alarm from hell goes off. I mean, loud. This thing ripped me. I mean, in less than a second, just ripped me from every layer of sleep. The deepest level of sleep that you could be in. Just like that. Insane. And I jumped out of bed. I immediately start to think to myself, there's someone in the house. What am I going to do? I don't have a gun. What am I going to do? My girlfriend's in the other room. She's like waking up, peeking out the door. Her mother's in the hallway, like cowering. And I'm like, I got to do this. I got to scoop the nuts. So I run downstairs. My heart's racing. This alarm, I'm telling you, this alarm haunts me. I'm never going to get rid of this sound in my life. This thing is terrible. It is haunting sound. I mean, so piercing to the freaking brain. You can't think of anything else. It forces your adrenaline to shoot up. I don't know why they make it so freaking loud, dude. You can't even think. Maybe it also makes the robber not be able to think too. Okay, but I don't know. I ran downstairs and I grabbed this freaking pan. This exact pan. I got this for Christmas. Her parents got me this pan. I mean, it's a lovely pan. This is a great pan. For all you guys saying, "Oh, bro, you shouldn't cook with the non-stick." No, this is a scan pan, dude. This is not one of those pans you got to worry about the non-stick. This is a pristine piece of cookware. Okay, so I grabbed this sucker and I'm doing a full sweep of the house. Just sweeping the house, checking the corners. I go down in the basement like this, I'm just walking out slowly, peeping corners like this. Boom! And no one's there. Turns out that it was just a little bit of liquid. It was so freezing that night that somehow some of the liquid got into the fire alarm system and made it go off. But that was insanely scary. And I just think that's a cool story I got to tell you. And one of the reasons I tell you that story is because, listen, like, at the end of the day, we are the men. We are the freaking men now. This is something you got to realize. We're going to 2023. It's going to be a great year. And I want to briefly touch on a subject that I think can benefit us a lot. Is that as men, what are we here to do? Whether that be with our girlfriend, with our family, with our own life, with our family, with our career, with anything we got to deal with. How are we supposed to go about living our life? Well, let me tell you, I've been reading this book on strategy. And this has a lot to say about leaders and what makes good strategists and leaders of war. What makes someone like Napoleon, someone with this repertoire, this past behind him of a great general. Well, one of the things it says is that when they look at leaders, most of them are able to handle friction. Generals of war, they're able to handle friction. There's two things coming here, they're able to get in there and just woof, put it out, keep it from rubbing together. Life is going to have a lot of friction, man. It's going to have a lot of friction. I think something you can think of is it's up to us to handle the friction. You are capable of handling friction. And so you got to ask yourself, well, what have I allowed to come into my life that's maybe given me too much friction? Right? It says about war, it says that no general can can really anticipate all of the friction and all of the chance that is going to happen when you're going into a new country, when you're going to raid a new city. You can't anticipate all of the friction that you're going to come up against, but you can make yourself ready for it. You can try to, prepare as best you can, but you have to sort of be able to move with the flow, and then have your armies and all your resources come and push against the friction. And that's what we have to do as men. And so going into 2023, man, you can't get down. You can't get depressed. You have to literally scoop your nuts. This is what Thumos is all about. Scooping your nuts, taking responsibility, and figuring this shit out. We're going to do it, man. We're going in guns blazing. It doesn't matter what we come up against, what problems we are going to push up. We're going to separate and eliminate the friction. Let's ask ourselves before we leave, what's some of the biggest friction that we allow into our life? Is it excessive video game consumption? Is it this time suck on Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, the pettiness on Twitter, the constant scrolling on Instagram? Guys, listen, it's not just a matter of discipline, okay? Because your discipline is not infinite, man. It runs out, dude. It runs out. It depends on a lot of different factors. Did you have enough glucose today, right? Did you sleep enough? It's not infinite. You can't just leave it till your life to this discipline. You got to take necessary precautions, strategize. And it's the goal of these companies to keep you addicted in your attention for as long as possible. There's always something going on. There's always some drama. There's always some news. It's bullshit, dude. It's bullshit. So you don't need this excessive friction in your life. Part of what's going on is that your life has become too hectic. You've allowed too much noise to come into your life, too much of this friction, too much loud things trying to grab your attention, that your mind is never able to relax and be calm. You're never able to tap into that God mind that God has given you, that internal power. It exhausts a lot of your mental faculties, and you're not able to move forward when you're always consumed with this noise. So maybe just taking a step back, maybe doing less is going to help you do more. Seriously, maybe calming the hell down in 2023 is going to help you do more and be where you want to be. And all that takes is just eliminating some of the noise, saying no to a lot of this BS that's going on, and finding ways to eliminate that noise. So stop making your life so hectic, because I'm telling you, it's confusing. It causes a lot of confusion. But again, just to reiterate that, man, we're the men. And I just want you to feel powerful. Push up against life, and know that you're capable of handling it. All this friction that's going to happen, dude, we're going to handle it. We're going to handle it as a group, a tribe, as men. It's an amazing thing to have brothers that support you. If you're in the High Thumos group, you know how this is. If you're not, I hope that you can find a tribe yourself. You can join us, but have men that have your back, all right? We've got some big challenges coming up for the new year in January. Hope to see you guys in there, and I'll talk to you soon. Stay strong. High Thumos. Peace.